GIGA GREEN, the first starter deck in the second wave of starter decks. These were really great decks for their time, and you know what? GIGA GREEN was probably the best one of the three. Hercules Kabuterimon just had some really great power for them. So just like the first ones, these also came with a booster pack. They came with BT4, Great Legends. So that's pretty cool. Here's the back. It's just basically the same as all the other ones. The side. Telling you to go to the website. Here's the card list. 16 types in total. Fantastic. The bottom, here's the top. So yeah, really cool deck. Let's just dive right into it. So we're starting with our babies. We got Modimon. Modimon says, your turn, when this Digimon is level 6 or higher, it gets plus 1000 DP. So you know, it's not the best baby out there. You're definitely gonna be replacing this with something else. Being limited to just a level 6 is not very good. But hey, it's a cute card. Sometimes that's all that matters. So moving on to our rookies, we're starting with Floramon. And I believe this is the first time Floramon actually showed up in the card game. Floramon's a really nice Digimon. So it's a 2 cost to play, 1 to Digivolve, and has 4k DP. Which, you know, it's pretty solid for a rookie. 2 cost to play is really nice. 1 to Digivolve sucks, but you're not really going to be Digivolving. You're just going to be playing this one for the 2 memory. So yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty decent card. And it looks like it's tea time in the digital world right now. Love it. Next, we have Tentomon. He's a 3 cost, 0 to Digivolve. He has 2k DP. And he says, on play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a green card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, place it at the bottom of your deck. So, you know, overall, it's an alright card. You're being able to just look at the top card and add it to your hand if it's a green Digimon, which can be pretty nice. But at the same time, if it's not a Digimon, if it's, say, it's a tamer or an option, bottom decking that could also just be a real bad hindrance. But it's also not just a bad card. And he's got his bubble tea or whatever he's got. I really like Tentomon. He's great. And then we have his floral alternate art as well. This looks really nice. Next, we have Palmon. Palmon's 3 costs to play, 0 to Digivolve, 2k DP, and it has an inheritance that says, when attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. So within this deck, it's actually pretty solid, because you will be swinging into your opponent's Digimon. And you know, green does like to swing at your opponent with piercing and all that, so you know, it's not a bad card at all. Just a little situational. But having that extra bonus when you're swinging into an opponent's Digimon can be pretty nice. It's also not once per turn. Here's her floral alternate art. It's beautiful. Next, we have Kunamon, who costs 4 to play, 0 to Digivolve, and he has 5k DP, which, you know, it's alright. It's pretty solid for a rookie. 5k DP is nice. 0 to Digivolve is also pretty nice. But 4 to play, you're not really going to be playing this dude. You're just going to be Digivolving into him. That means you're going to be playing him in the breeding area most of the time, and you're just going to be Digivolving on top of him. So I just don't see a place for him in any deck, really. Artwork looks really nice, though. He is a cute little bug. I love the, he's about ready to just stab you with his stinger. So that's the rookies. Now we're going on to our champions, our level 4s. We're starting with Togemon. So Togemon costs 4 to play, which is really nice for a level 4. 2 to Digivolve, has 4k DP, and an inheritance that says, when attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. So it's a level 4 Palmon. I mean, when you're building that stack and you have that plus 4k just for swinging into a Digimon, that is pretty nice. And it's also not once per turn, so you can be building a really fat stack, but only during your turn, just for that turn. So I'd say Togemon's a decent card. The artwork, though, is where it's really shining. I love that, just punching a guy. Here we have Kowagamon, a vanilla level 4. So it costs 5 to play, 2 to Digivolve, and he has 6k DP, which, you know, 6k DP is not too bad for a 2-cost Digivolution level 4. It does cost 5 to play, which isn't too bad, but you probably won't be playing this guy too often. You'll just be Digivolving into him. And the artwork is just awesome. Got a little booty cheek down there. Overall, it's a decent card. Nothing too special about him. Nothing too bad about him either. Just an average generic green card. Next, we have our blocker. It's a 1-cost blocker, which is awesome. 1-cost Digivolve blockers were super hot in the day, and even now, they're really good. He costs 6 to play. He has 5k DP, which is, you know, whatever. He's a blocker, and when attacking, lose 2 memory. So pretty standard stuff for a blocker. Being able to Digivolve into him for 1 memory is incredible. So essentially, you could play a 2-cost rookie, Digivolve into him for 1 memory, and have a 3-cost level 4 blocker, which is just awesome. And also, just being able to Digivolve into him for 1 memory and then get to your level 6 is just so much faster. This card is just good. It's just a good card. And the artwork is awesome. It's Kabuterimon working out, getting those gains, you know, getting strong so he can block all the attacks that are coming at him. Overall, Kabuterimon's a really solid card. So that's our level 4s. Now we're on to our level 5s, and we're starting with Okuamon. He's a vanilla. He costs 6 to play, 2 to Digivolve into, and 7k DP. So the 2 cost to Digivolve into is really, really good. You can play a rookie for 2 memory, Digivolve for 1 memory, then Digivolve into 2 memory, and you're paying 5 memory total to get to a level 5, which is really, really good. I mean, it's 1 less than his play cost, and you're drawing cards. So, you know, cheap Digivolution costs are just really, really good. Man, he is a big bug boy. He looks really cool. So, you know, he's an okay card. He's not bad. 2 costs to Digivolve for level 5s is really, really nice. So next we have Lilymon. She costs 6 to play, 3 to Digivolve, 7k DP, and she has a when Digivolving effect that says, when Digivolving, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 level 6 or higher Digimon card among them to your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So, I mean, you're gonna Digivolve into her for 3 memory, and you're gonna look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add a level 6, which, you know, it's not too bad, but at the end of the day, if you whiff, or if you even get your level 6, she just becomes a vanilla after that. No inheritance, 3 to Digivolve. I mean, it's a pretty standard level 5, but for this deck, you want something a little better. There isn't too much search power in green. A lot of it does do a lot of this kind of stuff where you're Digivolving and revealing and stuff. But this isn't something I would want my level 5 to have. This is more of a level 4 or level 3's role. I don't know, I think level 5 should just have a little more power in their roles. And say you reveal top 5 cards and you add 1 green level 6, sure. And now you're putting 4 potentially important cards at the bottom of your deck. She's just not worth running, I don't think. I don't think this card's very good. The only thing this card has going for it is its artwork, which I think is, you know, it's pretty decent. It's pretty nice artwork. So next is the best level 5 of the deck. So it's Mega Kabuterimon. He costs 7 to play, 3 to Digivolve, he has 7k, and he has a wacky inheritance that says, your turn once per turn. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So you swing with Piercing, you kill a Digimon, you trash your security stack, and then you do your security check. And when you trash it, you're not revealing it, you're not activating anything, you're just trashing it. Trashing security is powerful, and giving it to green is really solid. Back when this deck debuted, this was a scary card. I did not like seeing this thing. It's a great card. The artwork is fantastic. It's just really dynamic. Mega Kabuterimon is going in for the attack, going in for the pursuit. Yeah, this card's just really good. Maybe the best Mega Kabuterimon we've seen so far. Now we're on to our level 6s. We're starting with Rosemon. Rosemon costs 10 to play, 3 to Digivolve, has 11k DP, and she says, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block until the end of their next turn. So, it's a decent card. It's not the main Mega you want to run in the deck, and she might be more of like a 1 of maybe 2 if you're going to play around with her. But overall, I don't think she's a very great card. She's just a Mega that stuns one Digimon, and that's it. She becomes a vanilla after that. It just doesn't feel that exciting for a level 6. This could have been a level 4 effect even. Artwork is really cool though. I love how dynamic it is. I mean, I was saying that a lot, but this deck really has a lot of dynamic artwork in it. And now for the boss character of the deck. Here's Hercules Kabuterimon. So he costs 12 to play, 4 to Digivolve, and he has 12k DP, and he has Piercing, and then he has a main effect that's Digiburst for 2, and you can pay the 2 to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So this was really powerful. You could pay the 2, swing into your opponent's Digimon with Piercing, and if you have Mega Kabuterimon under him, and you delete a Digimon, you trash the top card as a security, and then he does his normal security check. So you're doing basically 2 checks with him. And then he can also suspend more than once per turn, so he's just a really solid Digimon all around. He's going to have 4 sources under him, so he can suspend 2 Digimon, which, you know, is not bad at all, especially if you have more than one of these guys out on the board. You're going to be swinging and potentially just trashing so much security. Yeah, Hercules Kabuterimon was a really good card, and even now I think is a pretty solid card. His artwork is fantastic, though. Look at that thing. Freaking bug god. He's really cool. And we should bring him back. I think he should come back. He's just really cool. So that's the Digimon of the deck. Now we're gonna look at the Tamer. And of course it's Izzy. It costs 2 to play. He says, your turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, you may suspend this Tamer to gain 1 memory. So again, they keep doing Izzy dirty, man. It's not a really great card. You have to rely on your opponent's Digimon becoming suspended, and you don't even get memory from him from the start of your turn, which is such a hindrance. Green needs that memory. And yeah, green can manipulate memory, but this starter deck in itself does not have the best ways of doing that. So overall, I think it's one of the worst tamers in the card game. Poor Izzy, always getting the short end of the stick. Now we have our option cards. So Needle Spray is basically literally just a better flower cannon. So it costs 2 to play, and you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Pretty solid. Doesn't have to rely on being blocker or anything like that, or not having blocker. And then it has a security effect that says, activate this card's main effect, then add this card to your hand. You just get to suspend a Digimon and you get this to your hand. This card is just so much better than Flower Cannon. And the artwork is awesome. I love Togemon. I just love Togemon. He's doing this little needle spray. Freaking love it. And then we have Electroshocker. An Electroshocker costs 5 to play, and it says, main, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. And then it's a security effect that says, activate its main effect. So this card's pretty alright. You're already going to be suspending a lot in the deck anyway, and 5 memory to bounce a Digimon to the opponent's hand is pretty nifty. Just that it has to be suspended, so it can be a bit of a hindrance if you have this in your hand and none of your opponent's Digimon are suspended. It's a dead card in your hand. It doesn't work. And the same thing with the security effect. If none of your opponent's Digimon are suspended, it's a dead card in the security. So it's very niche, and in very specific situations, it can be a good card. But other than that, it kind of sucks. And here's the awesome art, man. Mega Cobtamon, they made him look so good in this. Yeah, yeah. And then also we have the memory markers and some of the rules. I think there's another one. I just don't know where it is. It's somewhere here, but I couldn't find it. But we don't really care about these, do we? Doesn't really matter. Nah. So that's Giga Green. I think they did a really solid job on this deck. There's a lot of really interesting cards, and really taking Green's niche of suspending and just swinging into those guys, getting piercing, and trashing a top card of the security. Pretty cool combo. Pretty nifty little gimmick. Overall, I think the deck is pretty solid. For the time, it was definitely the best deck of the 3. So what do you think about Giga Green? Let me know in the comments below. Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions on this deck. I think it's pretty solid. It was cool that we got booster packs back in the day, but I think I'm really happy with how they're doing it now. Future starter decks included like bonus promo cards or alternate arts, which I think is just better value than just getting a random booster pack that could literally have nothing in it. So yeah, overall, Giga Green is a really great starter deck. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you spending the time to get to the very end of the video here. You're an absolute legend. Hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with all my uploads, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace! And as usual, we got a bonus pack. Got some cross and counter. Come on, Alphamon. Show yourself to me. Alrighty. We got Dondokomon, Starmons, Balukomon, Buzzing Fist, Mushroommon, Weddenmon, Wezengamamon, Grandel Soul, got Reinforced Plugin 0, Damemon, Immortal Ruler, and oh, Taiki. That's cool. I needed one of him. Sick.